Well, hello, FFA family, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Points. Well, this past week was really busy, so let's just get right into it. On Monday, November 17th, we had our first chartering of the year. It was the Contentnia Savannah Middle School FFA chapter. And I mean, there's just nothing better than FFA members who are so excited to get their foot in the door and to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that are available to them now. And what was really cool about being there on Monday with all six of us, all five of my teammates, was just seeing the support from the other FFA chapters locally. I mean, there was members from other chapters that showed up just to be there and to say, hey, we got your back and we support you and we're encouraging you. So that was a really cool experience. On Tuesday, the next day, on the 18th, there was the North and South Wake Federation Leadership Conferences. They were in two different locations. Me and Josiah went to the North Federation of Wake at East Wake High School. And then Eleanor and Rachel were at the Southern Wake Federation Leadership Conference that was hosted at Fuquay Arena. So both events, workshop-oriented Federation Leadership Conferences. It was a really cool event. And then on Wednesday, November 19th, now let me tell you, this day was a little stressful for me because you remember how we're still in college? Well, I had my Calculus 2 midterm number 3. It was my final midterm for the year. I had it that morning at 8:30, which, yes, was stressful. And yes, I was up studying the night before, but I just had to insert that because that was part of my week. Midterm, and then me and Josiah got to go to Lewisburg High School for their chapter leadership conference, which is really cool. This is a chapter that we're going to charter in February, and it's just incredible to see the work that they're already doing. I mean, we walked in and I've never seen so many plants in my life, like propagation here, propagation there, pot right there. I mean, plants everywhere. It was awesome. And then the students were pumped and excited, which was also incredible. So that was cool. We also had our friends from UMO there that we got to go out to eat dinner with afterwards. So that was a good time. And then on Thursday, November 20th, Josiah, Eleanor, and Rachel were at the Richlands Friendsgiving. And I was at the Spring Creek Thanksgiving banquet that evening. A lot of joy to celebrate the holidays together. And yeah, finally, that brings us to Friday, November 21st, where me and Eleanor went to Mattamuskeet. That was really cool and really fun. The students were all super engaged and hyped and, ready to learn. We got to deliver a workshop on advocacy and communication and just spend time with this kind of family atmosphere that they've created there. It was really fantastic. And then Josiah, Molly, and Lily, they were at Maiden High School for the second chartering of the week. Like, wow, 2 charterings, 1 week, insane, really awesome. And that, TBH, sums up our week.
1 day later.
Looking ahead, our upcoming events, we have the East Livestock Judging Competition on Tuesday at the Hunt Horse Complex. That'll be exciting, November 25th. Looking forward to it. And then it's Thanksgiving. Wow. We get a little break. And then we come back on December 4th for the Western Livestock Judging Competition. And then December 7th through the 8th, we have the North Carolina Farm Bureau Conference. This is something that me and my teammates get to go to, where we get to connect with stakeholders from across the state, people who invest in the future of agriculture and who are working to improve it right now. Really cool. And our final event, I suppose you could say, before we head out for Christmas break, is December 10th. We have the Felton Grove High School chartering. Another chartering. I know, 3 charterings in the fall semester, which is incredible, right? Seeing FFA membership grow, seeing more people have opportunities to develop who they are as a person in their future careers and as leaders. Now, I believe it is time. We have covered a lot, but it is time for our words of inspiration for the week. So I mentioned earlier that I went to Spring Creek High School for their Thanksgiving banquet. What I didn't mention was that I got to deliver a keynote address while I was there. And TBH, I felt like what was said there was worth sharing here instead of offering a quote like usual. So let me just offer an explanation, our inspiration for this week. So as we move into Thanksgiving, I was thinking, well, what even is the purpose of Thanksgiving? It's why do we do this every year? And upon my 18 years of experience, right, my 17 Thanksgivings that I've been a part of, half of which I don't remember, I've come to the conclusion that the purpose of Thanksgiving is to set aside intentional time to reflect and express gratitude towards others. And when you think about expressing gratitude, it's not just having gratitude, but expressing it. And I offered 3 ways, 3 steps that we can improve the way that we express our gratitude. And here they are. Number 1 is to be vocal. The simplest way to express your gratitude is to say thank you. And sometimes that's really, really hard. Sometimes, though, it becomes habit. Sometimes it's just a manner. But step number 1 is to be vocal, because I don't think anybody can read your mind, which is why nobody knows if you really appreciate them unless you tell them and you show them in that way. So step number 1 is thank you. Step number 2 addresses how it becomes a manner. Well, to get your gratitude to the next level, be intentional. That's step number 2. Adding 3 letters after you say thank you changes the game. FOR. Thank you for blank. Insert blank. Those words depend on who you're thanking and what you're thanking them for. But when you say thank you for holding the door open for me, it just brings it to the next step, showing that you have intentionally reflected and are intentionally showing gratitude towards them, not that it's become a manner. Now, the final step to me is the most difficult one, and it's to be vulnerable. Step number 3. Well, what does that mean? Well, we've added the thank you for blank, okay, but now it's time to add why you're thankful and to dig a little bit deeper. Thank you for blank. It means a lot to me because adding in that why brings the way that you express gratitude, like, just levels above. You're being intentional and you're being vulnerable, and it just leaves a deeper impact and allows you to connect with people on a deeper level. And those are my thoughts. Those are my words for inspiration. I won't keep you for much longer, but I really thought that was worth sharing. And I wanted to offer one challenge as well. My favorite quote, one of my favorite quotes, okay, I have a lot clearly, but is to give thanks in all circumstances. Right now we're going into this Thanksgiving season, and most people are like, what are you thankful for? Oh, happy Thanksgiving. But what happens when it's mid-July? Sometimes I wish that we wouldn't lose sight of the purpose of Thanksgiving. Intentional time. Intentional time can be any day, like I did today at Newbern, 3 hours. Intentional time of reflection and just writing down what and why I'm grateful for everything that has happened. And that looks different for everybody, but I challenge you to give thanks in all circumstances. Make Thanksgiving a habit for the way that you express gratitude every day. Thanksgiving, not just a holiday, but a way of thinking daily.
Hey, it's me again on the day that I'm editing this video. I needed to insert that there's a message from our friend from Madam Mesquite that I needed to share with you real quick.
Hey y'all, I'm Connor Parker. I'm from Mad Mesquite High School. I'm here with our FFA chapter today. We had a meeting with Miss Jazmin here, and we were talking today and found out both of us do YouTube channels. I do Ag with KP on YouTube, so if y'all go subscribe to that, thank you. But we were talking just about YouTube and agriculture in general, so I would love if y'all go support her as well with me. Thank y'all.
I highly encourage you to go check out that content. It's pretty cool. He's a cool guy.
Again, thank you for joining me on Talking Points number 5. I really, really do appreciate you taking the time to do this. It means a lot to me because I invest a lot of time in these videos and editing them and prepping for them, and really having to reflect and think on how to deliver and express what opportunities are available to you. So thank you again. Happy Thanksgiving. See y'all soon.